We are no stranger to isolation, hardship, and the stress of being alone. And I'm not in any way trying to romanticize that. But I think of all people, we know how this level of isolation feels like. Because we've been there. Many of us have been there. And when people are afraid, they turn to God. And the church, for the longest time, has been, God's mouthpiece. So the church has a huge responsibility where that is concerned. So it is very important. It's imperative for church leaders, church-based or faith-based organizations to deal with COVID in factual, scientific ways. The things that you say on the pulpit or anywhere, all the platforms that are available to you, they must always be based on scientific medical evidence. And you have to exhaust all possible efforts to research, to do your research, because people will tend to believe whoever is speaking behind the pulpit.
Actually, yung COVID-19 lockdown, from the perspective of a person coming from the church, it's an eye-opener for us that human as we are finite being, and we don't have the control of life. We are reminded, and we should be reminded, that tayong mga tao, we have our own contribution to the suffering of life and the suffering of Earth Mother.
People will turn to superstition if scientific answers are not available. And so, as faith-based leaders or faith-based organizations, it is our responsibility to infuse rationality and factual scientific inquiry in these kinds of desperate measures of people. For many reasons, they don't go to church either because church is not welcoming, or they don't go to church because they just gave up on church altogether. It was difficult for LGBT persons to express their faith pre-COVID. So, ngayon na COVID, I think it would be harder for them, I would imagine.
The church should open her doors, and until now, we continue to open our doors in ministering to those people who need God the most, the vulnerable, the poor, women, children, yung mga displays.
Laki yung epekto niya sa membership, kasi yun nga, wala kaming misa, wala kaming Bible study, wala kaming prayer meeting ngayon dahil na COVID, ayaw rin namin magkahawahan. Tapos lahat ng mga schedule ng kasal namin na reschedule for next year na.
Because largely faith expressions involve corporate worship, yung gathering in one space, ritual, liturgy, and that forms like one big chunk of worship life and faith. So without that, faith expressions at the way people exercise their faith significantly changed. On the other hand, also, I think this is a good demonstration to the rest of the non-LGBT persons na this kind of isolation is exactly how LGBT persons, this is the norm of LGBT persons, no? kahit palang COVID, no? when it comes to going to church and belonging in church communities.
Sa context na maliit kaming simbahan. We don't have as much of the resources or technology that the facility that other churches have. While, for example, the Catholic Church or even other Protestant churches, nakakapag-live broadcast pa rin sila ng almost the same kind of worship nila, hindi namin magawa yun. We are a congregation that are really separated physically. Ako andito sa Laguna, some people are in Taguig, mga members ng church namin, some people are in Taguig, meron sa Mandaluyong, meron sa Quezon City. So meron din kaming difficulty dun sa ganung aspeto, especially with this lockdown or quarantine.
Talagang sobrang challenging ngayon ang nangyayari. Pero kasi ang mga LGBT churches na maliliit, katulad ng sa atin, sanay na kami sa hirap Sanay na. So, alam na namin mag-stretch at mag-budgeting para mabuhay ang isang maliit na church. We have been doing this for quite some time na, 9 years na yung church namin maliit. Pero, dahil nakapag-ipon naman tayo dun sa mga previous nating mga kasal, nakapag-ipon naman sa bangko kahit paano. So, merong nagagastos ngayon na paunti-unti yung mga iba nating mga members dito na PLHID na may problema din kami lahat ngayon kasi yung mga gamot nila kukunin sa RITM kaso ang alam namin busy ang RITM ngayon sa COVID so di namin alam kung saan kukuha sila ng mga gamot.
In the case of Union Theological Seminary, we are offering online courses. MCC, the Metropolitan Community Churches, host a lot of webinars and online conversations around this topic. So I think that's the trend, and that's going to be how we are going to facilitate conversations moving forward.
Online din ang ginagawa namin ngayon, pero hindi naman kami pwedeng magkasal online. So talagang antay lang kami hanggang next year talaga.
We also try our best to stay connected with whatever ano man ang available sa amin. Nagre-record with whatever I have or yung web developer namin. We try to still record sermon or homily for Sunday, and then yung Sunday namin, we go on a video conference sa Zoom. Hindi siya worship, pero it's a chikahan, chikahan na kamustahan, at the same time talking about some topics relating to both our faith and this pandemic. As much as we want to serve in the way that other churches are doing, we can only do so much. One of the personal struggle ko as a pastor kasi at this time, siyempre ngayong panahon, yung churches, anong contribution niya, participation niya sa relief efforts for other communities and other people. With our situation, it's almost impossible for us to actually mobilize in the same way as other churches are able to help out.
This is the new normal, and one of the effort ng simbahan is to use technology in ministering to people. We do virtual worship services, but we don't stop there. Aside from virtual worship services, we really concretize the love of God through relief operations. So, dalawa ang ina-address ng simbahan. Yung liturgical ministry or spiritual ministry through virtual worship services, and yung physical need ng tao, yung pagkain. So dapat holistic yung approach natin bilang simbahan.
It's best to respond with creativity, I think. So it's how we've been coping so far, and that's how we've been ministering to our churches and our communities.
It's very natural to doubt, and it's human to question one's faith. Natutulog ba ang Diyos? And I believe na I don't need to defend God. Naiintindihan ng Diyos yung mga doubts ng tao ngayon. Kaya as a church, a community of faith, we need to journey. We need to journey with these people who are in doubt, and especially sa time ng crisis kagaya ngayon.
Parang yung iba nagtatampo dahil bakit daw pinabayaan ng Diyos mangyari ang mga ganitong bagay. Minsan hindi natin maiintindihan yung mga ganong mga katanungan, pero talagang natural itanong yun. Pero sa paniniwala namin, ay tinuturo ang Diyos. Kailangan natin makita. Ang paniniwala namin, ang Diyos ay Diyos ng pag-ibig, so hindi niya gagawin sa atin ang mga bagay na ito. Pero nangyayari ang mga bagay na ito dahil naniniwala kami na may tinuturo ang Diyos sa atin. Siguro yung pag-aalaga sa kalikasan, pag-aalaga sa kalusugan, paggalang sa mga hayop, paggalang sa kalikasan, napabayaan na natin yan eh. So, tapos yung masyadong mabilis yung buhay natin, nakala natin hindi siya pwedeng tumigil ng isang iglap.
Most of the questions would be, of course, why does God allow these things to happen? Why some people die of the disease, of the virus, while others are preserved or recover? Siguro i-echo ko lang yung sinabi dati ni Pope Francis when asked by a child in terms of human suffering na sometimes we just don't know. It is what it is. There is a mystery of suffering and pain, and that it will be very arrogant for us to try to answer very difficult and almost no-answer questions. The progressive faith compels us not to ask where God is, but to ask where we are and what we are doing at this time to be the channel of God's love, comfort, hope for ourselves and for others.
It's a common question to ask where God is in all this. Perhaps it's the best time to ask where humanity is in all this, and I think this is the best time to look into our humanity and our creativity and our innovative imagination to pull through this.
This is a good time, and even moving forward, to reassess theological perspectives. Is this really God's will? Is God in control? If God is in control, what do we actually mean by that? Maybe the old understanding of God's will and God's control is something that we need to rethink and reassess and have better theologies in the future. As far naman sa practices, what I noticed prior to the pandemic, hindi masyadong tinitake seriously ng mga bigger churches, older churches ang social media. Of course, they have, pero hindi at least sa limited kong obserbasyon, parang hindi ganun kaseryoso o ka-technologically savvy sila. Ngayon, nag-improve, no? Nag-improve ang mga social media content ng mga other churches. And of course, for us, the LGBT community is also to continue on developing our social media, lalo na dyan lang talaga as far as our resources is concerned, kami maka-reach out to as many people as possible.
So ang mensahe ko sa mga kapatid natin sa LGBT community, manalangin, magsama-sama tayong manalangin, tapos maging close tayo sa ating mga pamilya. Yung ingatan natin ang ating mental health, napakahalaga niyan dahil sa panahong ngayon na crisis, yung anxiety, yung depression, yung pag-iisip ng ating kinabukasan, nakaka-stress lahat yung mga balita na maraming patay, maraming kung ano-anong kaguluhan na nagaganap sa iba't ibang mga bansa dahil sa crisis na ito. Nagdudulot sa atin ito ng matinding pag-aalala. Bigay natin sa kamay ng Panginoon ito at naniniwala po kami na matatapos din ito. Alam ko ng LGBT community ay matiising community yan, na natiis na nga natin lahat ng klase ng discrimination, lahat ng problema sa mundo, natiis na natin yan. Ito, kaya natin tiisin to, and we could pass this with flying colors.
No sector of people understands isolation more than we do. The LGBT community. Kaya nating imagine na naaabot ng imahinasyon natin loneliness or isolation that is brought about by COVID. And so, you try to remember how you pulled through it all these years and try to help others do the same.
Being LGBT resilient to kasi yung joy, yung katawan na nabibigay ng LGBT community, isang spirit yan na this can cheer up the community. Yung LGBT is very creative. Maraming mga nalalaman, may mga pa-TikTok dance pa na nalalaman, or mga jokes or other things na they can crack sa social media that can cheer up the community. So, I think sana i-continue natin yan bilang LGBT to shine as a rainbow, to inspire other people sa ating mga creativity, yung resilience within our spirit.
Sa dami ng mga learnings natin during this pandemic, this quarantine, particularly dito sa ating bansa, there is a need for us LGBTs and LGBT people of faith to be more active sa mga issue ng ating bayan, sa issue ng ating community after this pandemic. There is really a great need to organize and mobilize even within the church.
Now more than ever, the world needs color. The world needs our color. And so be that for yourself and for others.